They built empires. They amassed unimaginable fortunes. Then, they vanished. The world of billionaires, often perceived as a realm of unparalleled power and influence, becomes strangely juxtaposed with vulnerability when these titans of industry disappear without a trace. The very wealth meant to shield them from life's uncertainties somehow becomes entangled with their disappearance. Were they running from something? Were they silenced? Or did they simply choose to disappear, seeking refuge from the relentless glare of the public eye? These questions linger, fueled by speculation and shrouded in mystery. The disappearances of billionaires fascinate and unsettle us. They offer a glimpse into a world where the lines between power, wealth, and vulnerability blur. The stories of these missing magnates become captivating puzzles, each piece a clue potentially leading to the truth behind their vanishing acts. Jack Ma, the charismatic founder of Alibaba, was once the poster child for China's economic boom. His story, from humble beginnings to tech mogul, resonated globally. Then, in late 2020, he disappeared. The timing was no coincidence. Ma had recently publicly criticized China's financial regulatory system. His words, a rare act of defiance against the powers that be, were met with swift and decisive action. Ma's disappearance, though temporary, sent shockwaves through the business world. It served as a stark reminder of the immense power wielded by the Chinese government. Even the wealthiest individuals, those accustomed to operating with relative autonomy, could be brought to heel. Ma's eventual reappearance, though carefully orchestrated, did little to quell the underlying tension. The message was clear: challenge the established order and face the consequences. The story of Xiao Jianhua is one shrouded in even deeper mystery. A Chinese-Canadian billionaire with connections to the highest echelons of power in China, Xiao vanished from his luxurious Hong Kong apartment in 2017. His disappearance, swift and seemingly effortless, pointed to a well-planned operation. Speculation ran rampant. Some whispered of his involvement in a corruption crackdown, his vast wealth built on a foundation of questionable dealings. Others believed he possessed information deemed too sensitive, too dangerous for public consumption. Whatever the reason, Xiao's disappearance served as a chilling reminder of the opaque nature of power in China. 5 years later, he resurfaced, only to be swiftly tried and sentenced to prison on corruption charges. The truth behind his disappearance, like many details in this case, remains shrouded in secrecy. Jim Thompson, the American entrepreneur credited with reviving the Thai silk industry, vanished without a trace in 1967. He was last seen leaving his hotel in the Cameron Highlands of Malaysia, setting out for a walk. No clues, no ransom demands, no signs of foul play. Thompson's disappearance has fueled countless theories over the decades. Some believe he lost his way in the dense jungle, falling victim to the unforgiving terrain. Others suspect foul play, pointing to his past as an intelligence officer and his connections to powerful figures. The lack of concrete evidence has only deepened the mystery. His disappearance remains one of the most baffling unsolved cases of the 20th century. Robert Durst, heir to a New York real estate fortune, lived a life marked by suspicion and intrigue. He was a prime suspect in the disappearance of his wife Kathleen in 1982. Years later, he was linked to the death of his friend Susan Berman and confessed to the dismemberment of his neighbor Morris Black, though he claimed self-defense in that case. Durst became the subject of intense media scrutiny, his every move dissected and analyzed. He even participated in a documentary about his life, seemingly seeking to control the narrative. However, in a shocking turn of events, he was caught on a hot mic muttering, "What the hell did I do?" Killed them all, of course. This confession, unintended or not, sealed his fate. Durst was convicted of murder and died in prison in 2022, his life a chilling example of wealth and privilege failing to outrun justice. The reasons behind these disappearances are as varied as the individuals themselves. Legal troubles, often involving complex financial dealings or accusations of fraud, can lead to billionaires seeking refuge in countries with lax extradition laws. Political pressures, especially in countries where dissent is met with swift retribution, can force individuals to disappear, their silence ensuring their safety or that of their families. Personal choices also play a role. The immense pressure of wealth, the constant scrutiny, and the fear of becoming a target can drive some to seek anonymity. They may choose to disappear, shedding their former identities and embracing a life far removed from the public eye. Public speculation thrives in the absence of concrete answers. Conspiracy theories abound, fueled by whispers of clandestine organizations, hidden agendas, and unimaginable wealth used to disappear without a trace. The internet becomes a breeding ground for conjecture, with amateur sleuths dissecting timelines, scrutinizing evidence, and proposing their own theories. The truth, however, is often far less sensational. While the allure of elaborate plots and hidden motives is undeniable, the reality is often more mundane. Legal battles, personal struggles, and the desire for privacy can all contribute to a billionaire's decision to vanish. The disappearance of billionaires forces us to confront a stark reality. Even at the pinnacle of wealth and power, vulnerability persists. These individuals, often perceived as invincible, can be brought low by the same forces that govern the lives of everyday people. The allure of impunity, the belief that wealth can shield them from harm, is ultimately an illusion. These cases also highlight the often uneasy relationship between wealth, power, and the public. The disappearances spark debate about accountability, transparency, and the limits of influence. They remind us that even in a world increasingly defined by wealth and status, no one is above the law, and everyone leaves a trace.